Here we are at number 18. 35 ways you can improve your business now is get involved with social media. If you're not already, you really must be. You don't need to particularly sell on social media, but you need your brand out there, your presence. So everyone's on social media these days, so it makes sense that you are too, to get your name out there. You need to be on at least one major social platform. A word of warning, only set up a social media platform if you can maintain it. Setting up a bad profile will do you more harm than good. Depending on your industry, may dictate the platform that you choose, so it's best to speak to a social media agency if you're not sure how to attack the social world. You should be at the forefront of everyone's mind within your own industry. It means engaging constantly on social media. So there is quite a lot of effort that goes into maintaining it. You can't just set up a page and forget it. As I said, that's a bad profile, will do you more harm than good. So how do you choose which one to go for? If you're just going to start with one, there's a couple of things you should look at. Excuse me. So depending on what your goal is, exposure or a fan base, you should look at Instagram, Snapchat or Twitter. If you're looking at brand loyalty or traffic, look at Facebook, YouTube and Google. If you're looking at straight web traffic and sales, look at Pinterest or LinkedIn. Instagram you'll find is more visual based. If you have a visual product, I'd be looking at Instagram. If you have more of a service based industry, I'd look at Facebook or YouTube, specifically if you've got lots of tutorial videos that you can do, then I would hammer into YouTube. Sales, believe it or not, Pinterest is the best social media search engine for people that are looking to buy. Press the buy now button, you'll find Pinterest is probably the best one. And there's a few ways you can do about it. I'm going to leave a link below to a marketing with Pinterest video that you can take a look at. That'll give you some good ideas on how and some tools that you can use to market on Pinterest. So there's a couple of options there, and you really need to think about what you want to do, but the main thing is once you set it up, you need to focus on it and run with it. There's a good guide to follow, but depending on your business there may be a little crossover. Having a lengthy chat to an agency to come up with the platform may be beneficial to you. Don't do more than 3 platforms. It'll become too much to handle and things get missed. It also gets confusing when you don't post similar things. If they're different things, it gets very confusing for people. Give each platform a good 6 months of a solid engagement, and if one platform isn't working, then you can move on to another one, but give it a fair day in court. Make sure you've really given it a good try. But in saying that, I would stick with one. Find one and really master it. Don't do multiple ones. It's just, unless you've got lots of staff members, maybe you want to give each 3 staff members 3 different accounts and make it their responsibility, and they could almost compete against each other, but they're going to have to post fairly similar content and make sure it's all in the same, heading in the same direction. You don't want content going in different directions. Again, it's very confusing. But I would say stick with one, choose one, set it up and do it properly. I'll leave a link. We set up social media accounts for other businesses. We can help you certainly set one up if you don't know how, and give you a bit of a timeline on how and when to post and the way to get the best out of your social media account. So that's number 18, is use social media.